Hello dear Insta360 ONE RS friends, and welcome to another short review. Today we have a look at an accessory for the Insta360, and that's the quick reader, which I'm holding here in my hands. It's this one. It's a tiny card reader with a USB-C plug and on the other side a lightning adapter. Next to the lightning adapter is a slot for the micro SD card, which comes out by just pushing on it once. There it is. And most of you probably know that you can connect the Insta360 ONE RS or any other Insta360 using the Insta360 app and using Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. But there's one problem. Sometimes if you have a lot of files or longer files with gigabytes, it takes a lot of time to do the live rendering or to edit all these files. That's where this quick reader comes in quite handy. And I took out the micro SD card, put it in here, and you can use it with all Android devices that uses a USB-C port. And of course, you can use that on your MacBook Pro, Chromebook, Microsoft Surface as well as a card reader. For instance, that's my MacBook Pro 16-inch, and if I plug it into the MacBook, let me have a look. The card must be in there as well, otherwise I don't get any feedback. Takes about 2 or 3 seconds, and then it appears on my desktop, so I can transfer all the files from my MacBook into another video editing software. I can delete some files which I don't need anymore. I can copy some files onto the micro SD card. Everything I want. It's just a normal card reader, with the exception that it works with the iPhone as well, which is pretty good. Therefore, you need the Insta360 app, which is, by the way, for free. And I was also trying to have access to the quick reader using the Files app or iMovie, but for some reason that didn't work. So it only works in combination at the moment using the Insta360 app. So if you're planning to do video editing using the memory card and you go onto your iPhone using iMovie, that doesn't really work. However, you can transfer all the files using the app onto your memory of your iPhone, and from there on you can put it into iMovie and edit all these files in iMovie here on your phone. So let's plug that into the iPhone. By the way, I have this case here, which is a pretty slim case that worked. I have a slightly bigger case around my iPhone 13 mini, which didn't work. So you will get a message saying, hey, there is a stick connected to the iPhone. Would you like to have access to it, or would you like to ignore it? I would like to have access to it. So the Insta360 app opens, and down there, if you tap on Album, and on the upper right side, you see that the quick reader is connected. So you can use all these filters up there, for instance, photos, videos, favorites, standard video, time-lapse, HDR, time shift, bullet time, slow motion, widescreen, standard pano, HDR, and so on and so on. Let's tap on the HDR photo here very quick. So inside the app, and there's one problem: if you have connected this camera with your phone using Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, it leaks. It got quite better within the last 2 years because I was testing it already for about 2 years ago. But using the quick reader, everything is much quicker. Inside the app, you can do photo editing, you can put on some filters, do adjustments like the contrast, saturation, color temperature, highlight, shadow, tone, and so on and so on. So you can do a lot of editing. You can delete the files you don't need anymore, which is kind of handy. You can download them as well. Let me download this one, and here's a little note: add it to the download query, and it's downloaded. If I tap on videos, which are much bigger in file size, so instance, that's a test footage I did using the 360 360-degree lens and nothing leaks. And that's a big advantage of having this quick reader for your phone. So you can trim it, you can change the format, you can adjust the color. Also, multi-view is kind of nice, because in multi-view you can look in this direction, and using the lower part of the screen you can look into the other direction. Snapshot, face filter, you can add music to it, you can adjust the speed, edit these files with other filters, which is also kind of nice. And of course, let me have a look, you can mark it, or you can even delete these video files if you don't need them anymore. If I want to export this video, it gives me some options. I can either do that in 1080 by 1920. You can adjust the frame rate if possible. You can also export it using a different bit rate, and it's now exporting this file onto the memory of my phone. It takes a little while since it's a 5.7K video with a length of round about 1.5 minutes. So it has a file size already, but as you can see, it doesn't leak. It just takes a little while. And of course, you will be able to share all these files using Instagram, YouTube, and if you're in your library, you can share it with your friends. For instance, using Telegram, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, Signal, whatever you use, you can delete these files, or you can now put these files into iMovie if necessary. That was the quick reader for around about $60. If you would like to support my channel and you found that video quite helpful, make sure to purchase it via the link listed in the video description below. Make also sure to follow me on Telegram and Instagram. By the way, before I forgot, I didn't see any symbol to eject that reader. So I just unplugged it and everything went normal. I could use it afterwards on my Mac, where I do need to eject it using Command E. Then it takes around about 2 seconds and then it's ejected. If you see any eject point on Android, or if you see that you can open these files in a different app, make sure you leave a comment below. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.